This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step. U.S. Bank. Member FDIC. Tonight's show is also brought to you by Zappos, the home for the Cougar Coaches Show, where the Palouse comes to play and eat. Here's the voice of the Cougs, Matt Chazanow.
We are live here at Zappos. It's that time of the week, and it is great to talk ball with Coach Smith. Great to see everybody here at Zappos. Always a tough trip. Mountain trip's always a tough trip, no matter what, win, lose, or draw. And the very, very tight game in Boulder didn't go your way. The game was a 6-point game in Salt Lake City with about 5.5 minutes to go. Also didn't go your way. All said and done, I know you really liked the effort in Boulder from the tip. You obviously didn't like the result and the way it boiled down, but two ball games that were pretty darn close that didn't fall.
We have to lead with this. This is what we lead with.
Well, look, it's okay.
I mean, it's just like I was expecting something trivia.
We could.
All right.
Okay, here, let's do this. Let's restart the show. Arizona School is coming to town.
Yeah, there we go. Hey. You want to recap? We'll recap. All right.
Generally, that's the format.
No, I agree. No. Honestly, we didn't have a great effort at Utah. I didn't feel like, credit to them, Utah came off a tough road trip, and they really rallied at home. And Carlson, we might not beat them if we played really well because Carlson was fantastic.
I'll do this. You won't do it. You didn't have your leading scorer and top defender. In fair, that has to be part of the story against.
That's fair. That's fair. But at the same time, you know what? We didn't. But they scored 6 out of the first 7 possessions, which is a little uncharacteristic of us. And we're a little disappointed because our last road trip we played Arizona State was a little bit same. And Arizona State's really good, and we had a great effort against Arizona. So we want to be more consistent. And then we came out and played much more inspired, and obviously I think TJ helped a lot, just his defense, his leadership. Mo's battling a little hamstring thing, and he won't make excuses for himself, which is great. I will, but you didn't, obviously he still could play better, even on one leg. He really struggled, but we still had an opportunity to win. A couple of situations I'd like to take back as a coach, and I took a little heat from our squad. I just said, hey, we could have maybe shouldn't have blitzed when we were up 1 with 40 seconds. So trying to get the ball out of Simpson's hands.
You almost got it.
I know. I thought it was a terrible call.
Elo loved the play, not the referee. He loved the play call. He said, hey, that was a good idea. They almost pried that thing away. It surprised him. It surprised him.
And it's like, let's get it out of Simpson's hands. They might throw it to us. We got him to back pedal, pick up his dribble, and they told, and it was a quick whistle.
It was very quick.
And they told TJ that it was a cylinder, one of the cylinder calls. So he just choked. The best way I'd say the official choked is by because there's the cylinder rule, and it's like, really?
Cylinder rule as in
there's like an imaginary cylinder. Yeah, verticality can
right.
happen on press. And I was like, and I didn't find that till after the game, but it wasn't. In the end, it should have been that impactful because we just cleared it 1-4 flat for TJ, and they put him at the line. So and it was a 50-50 call, and they gave it to us. So he makes both free throws. We're in the same situation, but that was a tough pill to swallow. But we got to bounce back and got a really good team coming in here Thursday.
It was a grinder. It was a game in the 50s. It was a game that was competitive the whole way. 1-point game at the half. You were up 19-9. That was the largest lead of the game. For the entire duration of the game.
No, we had a little struggle there. It was like 23-13 or something, and we couldn't score. And they're one of the better defensive and rebounding teams in the country, really. They're and on their home court, their quickness, their pressure bothered us, which we'd been really good for a while there, and we regressed. But like Arizona State, we did a great job of handling the ball on the road, going back to that game, which gave us a chance. And had we just done that part, I think we'd been in really good shape.
Each team had 17 turnovers. Yeah. The box scores, sometimes in close games, there are obvious reasons why one team's doing something. The box scores were like identical, except for how the scoring maybe went down. Colorado basically had 3 scores. Like literally the whole, they had 3 guys hit more than 1 shot. De Silva was great.
Yeah.
He was great. He hit a lot of tough shots. He had shots, some you probably would love back, I would guess, but some also, you kind of tipped the cap at some point.
No, there's a couple coverages we blew, but, we kind of gave up his first 3 of the game. You hate to do that to a good player. He got a good, clean look. He made it, and we're all human. You see the first one go in, you feel good. And he kept it going, and he was Player of the Week a couple weeks ago at home and against Oregon State. So he's really growing into something. And A lot like his brother was at Stanford. It's unbelievable.
I love his brother. His brother's
was
game.
great.
His brother was great.
Very similar.
Yeah.
They put balls in the basket.
His brother was a little taller.
A little taller, not as good a shooter.
Yeah.
But very good feel, very good ability to put it on the floor, score from all areas. Oscar didn't really make threes. He struggled there. This guy makes threes, but they also can both drive right and left. They got up and unders. They pump fake you. They just pose a lot of problem. One-on-one defending one-on-one is not easy, and then they're good. They're unselfish too. So they're both good peck. 12 reps.
Bamba came back, and the first possession, Bamba had a lefty dribble. I said in the class, I said, well, that looks good.
Yeah.
And then he wound up getting a shot off on that possession. It happened to not go down, but it was a good look and something that you'd want. But he looks like he's going to figure out how to manage things.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, some day-to-day, whatever. It's just, I think it's causing pain in that, but he's just going to plow through it, and probably has affected his shooting a little bit, but he didn't affect him getting the basket, and it certainly didn't affect his defense.
Considering what he did in Tucson, which is relevant to this week, and getting to the basket late, considering what he did in Boulder,
same thing, yeah.
Top 10 scorer in the pack. One could argue from the perimeter, he's the premier interior scorer from the perimeter in the pack. I mean, he's super strong.
Yes, he's that's kind of came into full, like the Arizona game gave him great confidence in those late game situations. Same thing, Colorado. He was obviously kind of put us on his back because it was tough to score and they're pressuring everywhere. And sometimes you just got to go one-on-one, beat your guy to the basket. And he's our best chance to do that.
And that's a high bar. I mean, and there's no knock on the other guys either because Jade can get to the basket a little bit. TJ's elite at it. I mean, he could really get to the rim.
That's probably one of our weaknesses in the sense that, we were counting on Miles is one guy that's got some real speed and probably gets the rim. And then it's Bamba. And Kamani to a bit, but he's still a freshman. And Dylan can, but he's still, he's not ready. But TJ in the since the New Year's, late in game situation, he took over the Arizona game, and then he kind of took over the Colorado game, gave us a chance.
I'm excited for fans to see Miles. I'm excited for Miles when the time comes. He can really play. I've watched him in practice be dominant. He
has. I mean, I don't want to put too much pressure on a guy coming off what he's had the last year, and he hadn't played in 2 years, but it'll happen. In its time, he's just he's fast.
He's long,
fast, good-sized guard. He's got a good spirit. Obviously, a really good spirit about him.
He's great.
Anxious.
I was talking to you may know the gentleman, director of recruiting for Cougar men's basketball. His name is Derek Roble.
I've heard of him.
He's a heck of a personality. He happens to be here at Zeppo's here tonight.
Yeah.
He said
he's there every game.
All the time. Yeah, round of applause for Roble. He does a great job.
It's not part of his job requirement, but he is here.
One of the unsung heroes. Wayne Hunter also. Jim Crawford might be in his job. He might
is Weezy here?
Yeah, there he is. Wayne Hunter here. He was at our trivia as part of trivia, integral part of trivia a couple of weeks ago.
It's true.
But Derek said Miles has great swag, right? And he does. He's got great confidence.
He does. He is a really big personality.
Yeah.
And sometimes, it's great. He's a lively, bubbly guy, and those are good. He's an energy giver. We like those.
You're going to love trivia tonight.
Let's go.
There are only four. There's only one basketball question, and then four non-basketball questions for
arts
trivia.
And entertainment or science. Where'd you go?
Kind of nature, kind of local nature. I mean, kind of we are the arts and entertainment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So there's that, and then. That joke fell flat. That didn't work at all. Yeah, that didn't work at all. But anyway, you got to keep trying, right? You don't bat 1,000. Hey, play the $50,000 Cool Cash Hot Seats giveaway. Details at northernquest.com. We have questions written in. We got questions on Twitter, I believe. We're live here at Zeppo's for the Desert Schools coming in here to Beasley Coliseum. We got Arizona State coming up. We'll take a break, come back. We're talking ball here live with Coach Smith.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
There's always time for the drive-thru deal. Because no matter how fast you are at making breakfast, McDonald's is faster.
Nothing fits your morning routine like your favorite breakfast. From a sausage McMuffin to a sausage burrito to those crisp, flaky, fluffy hash browns. Mix and match them every day with buy one, get one for $1. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
You're listening to Cougar Basketball on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. This is Cougar Basketball.
Gay, look back, hammer time in Beasley. Bamba icing on the cake. Layup on the break and the foul.
Tune in all season long as Kyle Smith and the Cougs look to make more noise in the Pac-12.
Has the ball in the pickup, finds Mullen, three for the win. He got it from the left wing lead. 3.1 seconds left.
It's only on your home for Cougar Basketball, the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
It's time for Northern Quest's $50,000 Cool Cash Hot Seats giveaway, January 12th and 26th. But don't worry, the seats won't literally be hot. I mean, even if they were, it'd be worth it to win your share of $50,000. But they won't be. So just grab a regular seat at your favorite game and play with your Camus Rewards card as usual for your chance to win. Details at northernquest.com.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. U.S. Bank. Life keeps moving. We're here for every step.
Back here live at Zeppo's. We're talking ball with Coach Smith as we get set for Arizona and Arizona State. And to be clear, this is a late Thursday tip. We've had a rash of these, Coach. And we'll next week as well. 8 o'clock Thursday, this week, next week, and then the week after that. So our next four Thursday games are all 8 p.m. How about that? It's kind of funny. I think that's just dumb luck. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea.
Nothing to read into. Honestly, it really isn't.
My East Coast fans got to stay up late.
Except late. Yeah, keep them up late. That's good. It's the nightcap. It's the night. It's the Cougs against the Wildcats.
Yep.
The rematch. It was a great game in Tucson. Not a good game. That was a great game.
It was.
I want to relive it. I want to go. I want to go back through it. Let's go back through it. 13-point win in Tucson. Really wasn't ever super tight. There was a moment late. Bamba had 2 late layups, and then Mo hit one of the biggest shots of the season for sure. And that was the dagger.
That'll come out in one of these questions that we're going to answer.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I think we'll wind up reliving that Mohamed Gay shot, which has looked increasingly comfortable for him, albeit he hadn't hit any, I think, in the mountain trip. But he seems to that's kind of the next step of his game, right? Is hitting that outside shot.
Yeah, no, he's been really a force, like in the middle of the floor. Just his elbow jumper, you saw it against Utah. He was really good at playing at the elbows, and that's kind of what kind of player he is. And then as he grows, like I said, only his 4th year really playing basketball.
It's amazing.
And his free throw shooting's really improved, so I expect him to. And that's usually the sign what the NBA guys look at is, all right, he's probably still developing, but his free throw shooting, he was 49% last year.
It was bad.
And it doesn't look like it should be. And he's high 60s now, and I think he'd be a guy that shoot 80, to be honest. Like, he drills him. There's a little from practice to games, there's a little slippage, but he's coming on.
I got to think when you look at Tommy Lloyd's system and the years that you coached against Tommy Lloyd, that the Pac is looking at the kryptonite in Pullman, Washington. The schematic antidote to the Mark Few Tommy Lloyd schemes.
No, I mean you have to. They put you in a lot of difficult positions. Coach Hunter can tell you he had to actually be on the floor and play against him. But they can. I think they're 3rd in the country in offense. They're usually 1. Gonzaga's right there, and they definitely have a little secret sauce. But they're better than that even. Like if you get where you can defend their actions and their stuff, they're really good situational coaches, which is amazing. They're not that many, but I know like we were up 17 or something. Well, they'll start to extend the game possessions. They'll press. They'll start foul. They'll put you in foul trouble because their possessions are like one pass and drive, and once they start motoring through your bigs. You're like, oh gosh. And it happened last game. Bo picked up a like, oh, it's 3rd. I can't let it. And you just gotta hang in there and fight it off. They made that little run. You're just gonna have to keep scoring. The bottom line, you just can't play. Like those football coaches when they go to prevent.
Like keep away.
Yeah, you're not gonna be able to beat them doing that. And they got a bag of tricks too. They'll go half court trap. They'll blitz you on the out of bounds plays. You're like, it's hard to get to prepare for that because you're just trying to survive. And then, but to get to the finish line, you're going to have to get through all the kitchen sink, as I call it.
Muhammad had to come out a little bit early in the game in Boulder, and Adrame came in early. They also played together a little bit in the first half. We've seen an increasing amount of minutes for Adrame Jong.
Yeah, he's been great. He's just been coming into his own. It's funny because he's about 190 pounds.
He's a skinny guy.
That's understandable. Yeah. One of the quickest guys I've ever coached. And
is that right?
Oh, he's quick.
Yeah.
And he's got really quick feet, really quick reactor.
Usually that's a guard description.
Yeah, no, but that's what he moves like a guard, and really quick side to side. But he's tough. At 190 pounds, you think he was practicing. Him and Jack were going at it today, and it's about 100-pound difference. It's over 100.
Maybe more.
Difference.
Yeah,
it's more than 100. It's more than 100-pound difference.
Yeah.
And Jack just kind of got tired of him, just kind of like, just like threw him around. I was like, but he didn't back. He didn't back down. He kept coming at him and kept fronting him, and that's good to see. I just proud of him. He's a wonderful kid. He's all team guy all the way. And just coming into his own, and if we can play those two together, I know we're really good defensively when those two are on the floor.
I'm impressed by Jack's feet and hands.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
He's a really coordinated – he's 300 – 15, 20?
I think he's down to 308.
Okay.
So something like that.
Shed some weight.
Yeah. And I think he actually he's so mature and grown up so much. I knew him when he's like a young high school kid. And I think I said in the comment, either here or post-game or something like, it's like, hey, Jack's not a novelty.
Right.
He gets in the game. He's the most popular guy I have, and he's really appreciative of that. I said he can play. Yeah. It's just that AD's been coming on, man. AD's been really good, and like I said, he's our ballo buster if needed. Crack in case of emergency. Get ready to get Jack in there if we need him. I know he'll fight the fight, and he
sure.
said, but AD's been doing great too. So if we can get there where we're playing bigger and probably need to. That makes us better.
And I don't mean to imply anything for the future next year, this year, whatever, but, to put Jack Wilson out there, and you use the word novelty, that's not some disaster. He's a back
player.
I
think they screwed him at Arizona State. He made a hell of a move, and one they called charge.
They did call it. Well, he's so big. Yeah.
I was like, that was crazy. The guy's
shoulder didn't go down.
No, the guy jumped in the air.
Yeah.
And I'm like, they called charge? Poor,
I wonder, and I'm not trying to give benefit of the doubt to the guys in the stripes. I'm curious. I wonder if it genuinely is hard to officiate Jack.
For sure.
He's so big. And
sure.
he's to use a Zeppo's term, he's the bowling ball, and the guys are the pins.
It's hard. They get the short end of it on when they get the ball. The guys will hang on. Little guys will hang on them. They won't get the whistle there.
Jeans get
and
exposed
then
when we do
if
it
they
this
set
way,
a screen and they move an inch, they get banged on. College basketball is kind of silly that way.
You
watch
were
NBA
going with the
guys
tall
will wrap them
analyst.
up and take
Or
screens and stuff like that.
guy.
But college, if you get too wide, they call that on a drama. Like his legs are too wide on the screen. I'm like, come on, man.
Right.
That's crazy.
Did you have that in St. Mary's with Sam Ham? Was that part of the issue?
He's a whole other. I got a book. There's a book.
Oh.
There's a book to be written on Omar Samhan.
Okay.
The story's still been written. He's now an agent.
He is?
He's got the biggest personality you can ever.
I didn't know
imagine.
that.
Oh my gosh.
I didn't know that. Wayne Hunter's got a big smile.
Oh yeah, that's his boy.
Yeah.
They're teammates.
There
Big Oski.
Yeah.
Big Oski.
I just knew him.
You know
as
what?
an observer.
There's somewhere on. This is a funny story because after we beat who we beat to go to. We beat Villanova.
Yeah.
It was a number 2 seed, so we're going to Sweet 16. We're charter flight back, and I had this gig. I had a side gig where I was writing articles for this basketball thing.
While you were at St. Mary's?
Yeah, as assistant coach, and all these guys did like X's and O's, and I wrote an article about my college roommate and him became best friends. They had the same personality, and my college roommate was a season ticket holder. And I just watched these two. They're interacting, and it was like Ali and Ali's hype man. What's Ali's hype man?
I don't know.
Come on.
I don't know.
Someone knows. Come on, Weeze. Look it up. Give me the hype man.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I wrote this comparison how it is. It's somewhere out there. I was really proud of it. It's
gotta find
being the English major I was. So it's somewhere out there. So I encourage everyone to read that. But that's a whole other story. There's 2 players in my life I want to write stories about.
He's one of them.
Oh, for sure.
See, I was ignorant. I didn't tee you up for this. I did not know this.
No, you should. Well, you should. If you were really following the Gales back then, he was like, he had the nation captivated for about 2 weeks.
Yeah, no,
but his personality's so big.
Wore a T-shirt, right? I mean, 7'2", and
he wasn't even that big, but
was he not? Okay.
There's another classic story.
Big guy.
Todd Golden and him were or maybe Todd was captain, and Todd's Jewish, and Omar's Muslim.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm begging some national writer, figure this out. Like, we get along.
Yeah,
and
wait,
by the way.
Yeah, international relations. Sure.
At a Catholic school.
Yeah, right.
That was the best thing.
That's right.
And now Omar may not have been the most adherent Muslim.
Sure. Okay.
He liked to have fun.
Okay.
Fair to say.
Yeah.
So out of nowhere, we're in the NCAA tournament, Omar decides to start wearing these beads, like, prayer beads.
Okay.
And Todd, who's Jewish, they're going to the thing. He goes, Omar, take those off.
And they're buddies. And
they're buddies. And Omar went like this. He took them off. He's like, look, he meant it is like, come on, man. I know what you're doing tonight.
It's a bridge too.
He knows what you're going tonight. You're not the most observant.
I love it.
Yeah, but it's really classic.
How in touch are you with Todd Goldens to date at Florida?
We exchange texts after pretty much every game and see how they're doing and check each other's scores. And when either one of us lose, we don't hear from each other.
And then you skip it.
My phone hasn't been ringing since this weekend. That's how that works.
Got it. Oh, it's fun to reminisce.
Yeah.
Washington State University would like to thank Crimson and Gray for their continued support of Coug Athletics. Head to bookstore.com to get the latest in Coug apparel. That is BKSTR.com. Let's do question write-ins and Twitter questions and trivia coming up.
I can't remember Ali's hype man's name.
We'll get it. We'll have to get that in the break. We'll get it in the break for sure. Cougs take on the Arizona Schools coming up this week. We'll take a break.
Did you watch the movie?
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Washington State University Athletics. The airport connects Cougar fans and alums with over 50 daily departures to 18 nonstop destinations provided by 6 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Your home for Cougar basketball.
Deep three buckets. Rise and a crush.
The Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Hey, Coug fans! Can't decide what to do with your late-night weekends? Why not Cosmic Bowling? Every Friday and Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. is Cosmic Bowling at Zeppo's. At a price designed with everyone in mind, we are your destination for music, disco lights, and, of course, bowling. Can't join us on the weekends? Zeppo's is the place to be for all ages every day of the week. With bowling, food, and drink specials, we offer prices that won't break the budget. You can even reserve your lane in advance with online reservations at Zeppos.com. When looking for fun in Pullman, look no further than Zeppo's.
Your one stop for all college sports is the Varsity app and the brand new Varsity Network website, thevarsitynetwork.com. Keep up with your favorite teams and the rest of college sports, no matter where you are, with thevarsitynetwork.com. Live and on-demand broadcasts, your favorite college-centric podcasts, with stories and video around college sports and your favorite teams. Be sure to download the Varsity app and check out the brand new Varsity Network website, thevarsitynetwork.com.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show.
Drives in and hammers a baseline rocket.
Live from Zeppo's with Cougar head coach Kyle Smith, here's the voice of the Cougs, Matt Chazanow.
Back at it live here at Zeppo's talking ball with Coach Smith. It is the Desert Week here on the Palouse. Thursday, Saturday, 8 p.m. Thursday tip, 7:30 airtime for the Arizona Wildcats coming here to Beasley Coliseum. All right, we got write-in questions here for you, Coach.
Okay.
Do you and or the AD, Pat Chun, have any input on who will referee your games? If not, are there referees you would prefer not to have? And again, please remember, you do not have to answer some questions that are asked of you.
I will say this as politically correct as I can. No, we don't have any input who does it. However, I'm allowed to comment after a game.
Right.
So
formally, like
there's evaluations, and you can call the guy the assigner, and I actually called the assigner after a certain game a couple weeks back, and I usually don't, and I said, Bobby, hey, is it ethical to have someone that you've coached officiate your game?
Interesting.
And so he immediately assumed, and it was I'll just say we played UCLA. So he's like, Mick, you mean Mick, one of Mick's former players, was officiating the game? I said, no. A guy I coached officiated the game, and I just prefer never to have
maybe it didn't work out. Interesting.
I said, I'm good without seeing him ever again. So I think that's been – but it is – I was like – it's one of those things. And honestly, it's more of a – it's like, wait a second. He shouldn't be doing this either way.
Right, good or bad.
Good or bad, and I'm always going to wonder whichever way he goes. And didn't think he gave us a good whistle.
Yeah, it didn't work out.
Yeah, and don't think we'll see him again.
I think that answers that question.
Hey!
Yes, who do we have here? Oh, it's Jen Greeny.
The mayor.
Jen Greeny, who's walked into Zeppo's. Round of applause.
About time.
There you go.
Late.
She says she's
be doing
sorry.
suicides.
She said she's sorry. That's right. Yeah. Let's see here. How do you know? Another write-in question.
Okay.
How do you know when your players aren't game ready?
You don't know before the game. And you can tell sometimes and it's hard. Sometimes a guy, your experienced guys, sometimes you give him a little more break. Like DJ came out the first possession. He kind of got hit on a screen, gave up a 3, and I'm not sure he's 100% ready, but it's been in that situation enough. He can usually work his way out of it. But it's usually if you're a little, because there's such a high intense. I don't know if fans can realize how intense and how mentally they have to be so prepared for a game and physically. And if you're not right in one of those areas, you'll stand out. You'll if one guy's off, it really is a sport where all 5 guys have to kind of act in concert. So if one guy's out of it, it sticks out, especially the higher level, more competitive games.
From Yarley, if you had to pick one player to coach the team, who would it be?
The one player to coach the team, that's a tricky one. Coach Shaw actually, this shocked me yesterday. We came out of the meeting because he did a little pop quiz on what it takes to win tight games, and he told me, he goes, DJ could be a coach, Rodman, and he's really bright, really understand intuitive game. So I'll go with DJ. I think Jabe and Justin have good sense, and it's nice to have guys that are coaches. I'm trying to think of a thing. Bomb, I don't see being. He's just a tough, good leader. Mo's actually, he's just new to the game, but he's got a great he's got great. It's funny, you wouldn't think that in a 6'11" guy. Just his personality is so he's such a lover, man. His whole team, he really loves his teammates, loves the experience, and he's got a great quality about him.
He does have a warm spirit, kind of a warm embrace.
All the Senegalese guys, they're great.
They are great. For Matt and Kyle, for both of us, Coach, what are some of your favorite moments or developments so far this year? Okay, I've got one for you.
I got 2. Go ahead.
Maybe we're on the same page, and we haven't teed this up. But I love Deshaun traveling and Miles warming up. I love that those 2 guys are okay. They're around. They're active to whatever degree they are.
Yeah, you trumped me, man.
Was that it?
No, you trumped me my mind wasn't even there.
Oh, okay. Good.
I was like Jabe hitting the game winner.
Well, that's a good one,
and
too.
beating Arizona.
Yeah.
Those seem great.
I went big picture.
No, that has been can't even imagine what Miles is going through. Either one of them. They're part of the group, and how they respond to each other is great.
They're great, and they're around, and they're to whatever degree they're active and doing stuff's awesome.
I mean, it's part of the experience having we're 9-12. It could be these guys are. I enjoy going to practice and work with them. They're good guys, and that's fun.
Their excuses versus reasons are hard. That's what this year is marked by that for me. And I don't mean to take away the wins or the losses, but you start out, you lose your center, you lose a prominent guy, maybe a starter in Miles, and then you lose Jabe, you lose Yaki.
Jeez, there's still a lot of season left.
Yeah, there's a lot of chicken on the bone. It's just that's part of the
No, fair. Yeah. It's fair, but we like I said, we went for it on the scheduling. We were going to try to.
Did you?
Yeah.
Maybe an overcorrection. What is it?
But,
is it 5th now? The hard.
I don't know.
It's either
like
5th or 8th. the hardest schedule in America.
Yeah, it's up there.
Yeah, it's way up there. I mean,
I'm waiting for the benefits that are coming.
Well, you're at the record that you're at, you're way higher than everybody else.
Right. This is real. I'll show it to you. This is really depressing, but this is not the first time I've got something like this. Tad Boyle reached out to me, and he goes, and it's like he was trying to be nice.
Sure. Can I read this?
You read it.
Can I read this? Kyle, this is the head coach of the Buffaloes. Kyle, Yeah. You are the best 9-12 team in the country. I have tremendous respect for you and your players, Tad. Well, that's a great text. It's a very nice text.
I was like, that's quite the left-handed compliment, yes. But I'll take it. I'll take any compliment.
So I need to check it as of today. I check it on game days because it changes every night, and it's changing as we speak. Their team's playing, but your Ken Palm is 20 spots higher than the next sub-500 team. And then I think
you're
20,
looking at that stuff.
Yeah, and then 20 spots higher than the next one. You're like 50 spots.
You need a life.
Hey, listen, this is my life. I love my life. This is it. I know. It's great.
I probably knew that too.
It's fantastic.
I was doing deep dives.
Oh, it's.
I was evaluating every D2 player that transferred Division One.
What'd you find? Derek White was. Speaking of Tad Boyle, Derek White's got to be one of the best.
Oh, he's by far the best. Actually, there's a site that I'm going through this. I got these scribbling out these notes and like looking and like who's doing well this year.
Yeah.
I go to Andrzej's office and he pulls up a website and he's like best D2 to D1 transfers of all time. By a million miles or whatever. And the kid I took, Coach Shaw gave him to me. He was at Western Oregon. The kid at Central Washington wanted him out of the league. He said, "Hey, this guy's leaving. He's good." And it's Khalil Shabazz. He's like the 8th best. Yeah. 3-time All-League player for San Francisco.
Sure.
And Ty's actually 15.
Tyrell Rock.
It's like 15. But, so it's like there's 10 guys every year that are kind of like really good. And that seems like but I just think that's a lot better than junior college.
Interesting.
Those guys they're playing against older guys. And now with the portal and stuff like that, I shouldn't be giving out all these secrets.
Yeah.
You got to be well abreast of everything, all avenues.
I want to know I got to ask you off air the website that Andrzej pulled up for the D2 transfer nuggets.
Yeah. No, I don't. I shouldn't be speaking out loud.
Cut.
It's a deep cut because there's this guy that keeps like a D2 Ken Palm.
Amazing. Amazing.
Yeah,
I love it. Bird or Magic?
Magic.
All right. That was quick.
Yeah. My dad's a Michigan State guy.
There is.
I got a good story there, too. 1977, maybe? Or when was Magic?
79 was the big game in Huntsman.
Yeah, so I think it was freshman year. My dad lived in Portland, Oregon, and I was there visiting for Christmas, and it was the Far West Classic, and this tournament was unbelievable. And Magic was playing, Michigan State was playing in the game, and they were waiting to play. And my dad points him out and says, "That guy is going to be terrific." Mm-hmm. And I go up to get his autograph, and I was a shy kid.
Yeah.
I just stood there. And Magic being Magic, he goes, "Kid, you want my autograph?" And I didn't say anything, and I just handed him the thing. He signed it.
That's great.
And he's an 18-year-old.
Sure.
He just filled me up.
Yeah.
And then about 2 years later, I said, "Dad, where's that autograph?" He's lost it.
Oh, no.
True story.
Yeah.
But, so I was always –
Have you ever met him since? Did you ever?
Yeah. He came to San Francisco, and he spoke to our team, and it was more of it was talking about business and life. He's a really good speaker, really unbelievable story. How his, whole thing. So I got to meet him then, and just
that's cool.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Really cool.
No, that makes I'm glad I asked for the context.
I hated Bird because of that, because they were such a battle.
Oh yeah.
But then as you get older, you're like, oh my. Bird was incredible because you're rooting against him. He made every big shot.
The highlights are just
he's unbelievable.
It's incredible, and I just love the stories Eggs has guarding those guys.
I can only imagine
in the stuff he can't say.
By the way, don't tell Eggs, but I got a nice gift basket that arrived from Cleveland.
Oh, did you?
Oh yeah. He probably might be. He might be able to. Goodie bag.
Interesting. All right.
A trove of Cleveland Cavaliers stuff that he doesn't know is coming. So
that's great.
So you might be able to get in on some of that.
I love it.
Yeah, he's good.
It's awesome.
They saw it on the website. We didn't know Elo was doing the radio, and I was like, yeah, you're trying to send us some stuff.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah.
Any advice on how to get a teenager to shovel the driveway so it doesn't turn to ice?
I mean, I'm glad that someone thinks I'm like a taskmaster. I'm glad that someone thinks that I did.
You're motivator.
So I'm glad that someone thinks that I didn't pay someone to do that every time it snows. Because let me tell you, that was the easiest decision we got to Pullman. Yeah. Someone said, "Hey, you pay us this. Every time it snows, we'll scrape it." I said, "Done.
You got
done and done."
You got it.
Easy. So now we're trying to get my son Rocco to do it, and that's pulling teeth in the worst way. So.
Maybe we could link that to his road trip.
He stiffed us today.
Yeah,
he has something better.
Yeah.
Actually, he's looking after his brother, so that's
nice.
A positive.
That's nice. Kevin wants to know on Twitter, what's your favorite restaurant in Pullman? Zeppo's, obviously.
Zeppo's, game over.
Clearly. Yeah, love it. All right, it's easy. Done.
Yeah, it's
beautiful.
Simple stuff.
Beautiful. Cougs take on the Desert Schools. We'll take a break. Come back. We're talking ball here with Coach Smith next.
All right.
Running a business is a lot of work. Luckily, I've got a great partner.
Oh, I thank you.
I meant U.S. Bank.
I knew that.
U.S. Bank Business Essentials is a huge help to us.
Totally. Their comprehensive point-of-sale system does it all. Tracks inventory, manages schedules, customizes orders.
Plus, all the regular banking stuff.
If only it could make coffee.
Nah, that's your job.
From point of sale to quick loans, we have many ways to make your business boom. That's what U.S. Bank is for. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender member FDIC.
Personal foul. Offense, number 35. Oh, come on. It's not like I grabbed the guy's face mask. And your team is still covering the spread. Sounds like someone should have taken the points.
Make your playoff bets at Turf Club Sportsbook. With real sports wagering, wall-to-wall HD TVs, and luxury seating in the heart of the action at Northern Quest. Turf Club Sportsbook, the ultimate game changer.
This is Cougar Basketball from Learfield.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain Cold Refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
This is the U.S. Bank Cougar Coaches Show on the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Floats up to three, got it. Drives in, dunks it down, an exclamation point.
With Coach Smith, here's Matt Chazanow.
Cougs take on Arizona and Arizona State. We've got a Thursday-Saturday split here this week. And we got an 8 p.m. Thursday tip. Order, earn, enjoy. It's that easy to earn free food with My McDonald's Rewards. Get exclusive offers and rack up rewards. Download the app today. Luke, fire up the music, buddy. We've got ourselves some trivia. Here we go. Question number one.
Oh, jeez.
This is multiple choice.
Already.
In 1972, there were 6 wineries in Washington State. As of 2015, how many wineries exist in the state? A, 500, B, 700, C, 800.
800.
Correct. Ring them up. Well done.
That's kind of an unfair question. My wife's from Manson.
Yeah.
There's 75 there, I think.
Well,
and when I started dating her, there was 12. I mean, so I just figured
good for you. Well done.
I'm going highest number possible.
Well, stick with this trend.
Yeah,
we'll see.
1 for 1.
Yeah,
I'm
1 for 1.
And really? Like the certainty that I had was impressive.
It's beautiful. Well, we don't do trivia with you because you're bad at it. You're not generally like 0 for 5. Oh, let's break them over the coals again.
Let's go.
All right,
No, you do.
I try to. I try sometimes. Sometimes. Step-toe Butte is how tall? A, half a mile. B, 3,612 feet. Or C, a mile high. B. Correct. Ring them up. Answer is 3,612 feet.
But Pullman's 2,500, right?
Step-toe Butte.
Like
just about that. Give or take. Yeah.
So
correct. Yep. Drilled it.
It wasn't a mile.
This is why we're here. Why we're doing what we're doing. 2 for 2.
2 for 2. I feel hot.
This is a coin flip question. Here we go. Fire it up.
1 or 2.
True or false?
True or false?
Pullman was originally named Three Forks.
It's either Three Forks or Three Rivers. I'm going to say false. There's 3.
Give him an X. Give him an X.
Dang it.
Give him an X.
Three Forks?
Three
There's
Forks
in the rivers?
You are correct. It was because of the 3 converging
I read
rivers.
about it.
Three Forks.
I thought that one.
Became Pullman when George Pullman contributed a large endowment to what has now helped become, what became Washington State University. George Pullman invented the Pullman railroad car.
And it should be Pullman State. That'd be
fun.
Be cool.
That'd be fun. Pullman.
We should get a jersey that just says Pullman. Wazoo and then just Pullman.
Love that idea.
If you've seen the Cougs, how we celebrate wins.
We're
very proud of Pullman.
Yes. I love the song. I also think that, and I didn't get it at first driving into town when I first moved here. Pullman and the train car, and then you see Puffer Belly Depot, where the train is parked. We could do a little something in the train car. It'd be fun. Be really fun. All right, here we go.
Staying at 2 for 3.
I
had that.
You've got redemption on your way. This is a tough one. This is another multiple choice.
I don't get this.
The Snake River is the 9th longest river in the U.S.
Okay.
In southern Idaho, there's a waterfall that is 45 feet taller than Niagara Falls from the Snake River. Shoshone Falls is A, 150 feet, B, 175 feet, C, 212 feet high.
I'm going 212.
Correct. Ring them up. That is correct. It is 212 foot high water. Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
It's 45 feet higher than Niagara Falls. I was
just going to spit out Twin Falls. I didn't.
It's right near it. No, it's right near it. Right near Twin Falls.
I was like, I got this. Twin Falls.
Yeah, you're right. You were spot on. You're 3 for 4.
Do I know any falls in Idaho? And I had Twin Falls.
You drilled it. Yeah. And it's I haven't seen it in person. It looks enormous. I want to go.
I'm sure.
I want to go check it out. Really cool. All right, this is a basketball question for you.
All right.
The Coug.
This is 5 then.
This is 5.
You told me 4.
4 non-basketball, and then the 5th one's basketball. In the 1991-92 NBA season.
Oh no, NBA.
These two Cougs were traded for each other between the Mavericks and the Knicks.
Well, it's James Donaldson.
That is correct.
And Brad Quinnett.
That is correct. Ring it up. Donaldson and Quinnett. Isn't that fun?
That is fun.
91-92, they were swapped.
I didn't realize they were traded for each other.
Really, I didn't either. I was reading about it. I was actually looking for random James Donaldson trivia to stump you, and saw he was traded for Quinnett. I said, we got to go with that.
That's done. That's great.
Really, really
good work on your part.
4 for 5. Well done. I mean, that's a really good job.
5. That should have been an easy.
Still really good. I love it.
I'm proud of myself.
Really good. Really good. We'll take a break. Come back. We're live here at Zeppo's Talking Ball, talking all kinds of things with Coach Smith.
That to-do list you have needs one more thing. Chill. It's an easy thing to do. Just crack open an ice-cold Coors Light and chill. Take the afternoon off and binge watch anything. Go to happy hour and stay for a couple hours. Who's counting anyways? Or hang out with just your dog, because you've had enough human interaction this week. Whatever you do it with a Coors Light. Mountain cold refreshment made to chill. 2020 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
When you set up a savings goal with U.S. Bank, it grows with you. There's no limit to what you can crochet. Can do. Doesn't have to be crocheting, but it totally could be. Like the headphones you're listening to this ad with, you could totally crochet those. There's no telling where your savings goal will take you. Maybe you'll save enough for yarn to crochet your house or the whole town. Oh, right. Doesn't have to be crochet related.
Set up savings goals on the U.S. Bank mobile app, even for the wildest of dreams. U.S. Bank. We'll get there together. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
You're listening to Cougar Basketball.
Two-handed skyscraper jam. Shot is up and in, and the foul.
On the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
Another season of women's and men's college sports is underway. Follow your alma mater or favorite team in their pursuit of the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. Trophies will be awarded in June 2023 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Washington State University Athletics. The airport connects Cougar fans and alums with over 50 daily departures to 18 nonstop destinations provided by 6 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
Welcome back to the show. Time now to look ahead at this week's game with the Coors Light Opponent Preview. Coors Light, mountain cold refreshment made to chill.
Back at it live here. We're talking ball with Coach Smith. You had a movie reference you were asking me. Were you
asking if you saw Deer Hunter?
Yes, I love it.
Do you really?
Yeah, I do.
Christopher Walken?
Love it. Don't like it. Love it.
Wow.
It's hard. You know, second
I was
half.
going to say, it's one of those I never go back to.
It's hard.
It's a one and done.
Long.
Long.
I like movies like that.
But they're all from Pittsburgh. It's kind of the same.
Oh, okay. We were talking off the air a little bit about Pittsburgh. I like Lawrence of Arabia. I like Deer Hunter.
You know, I tried Lawrence of Arabia.
I love it. Apocalypse Now.
That was 10 minutes before I was snoring.
Oh, it's great. Yeah, I mean, if you gotta. It takes a little bit.
It would be better in the theater. That's why I hate home stuff. The good chance I'm going to nap if I put on a movie.
Yeah, no. You know, a bunch of the Kubrick movie. I mean, all that stuff. I love.
You're wild.
I love all that stuff. Yeah, those are great.
Space Odyssey.
Love it. Love it. Love the whole thing. The whole thing's paced to the song, to the music.
All right.
You know, and that was a study of AI before AI. That was Hal. Hal's the.
That's true.
It's great. Very prescient. You got Arizona coming in. This is an opponent preview segment. Yep. We saw what happened in Tucson. You and Coach Hurley have played some great games.
Yeah.
I mean, there have been some and bizarre games as well.
Yes.
The 51-29 last year was bizarre, but really, really fun actually in its own way. Let's start with Arizona.
Yep.
We know Coug fans now, second time around though, right? There may be a curveball, there may be some differences, or do they just do what they do?
I think they're pretty committed to doing what they do. I'd be surprised. They're kind of you adjust to us kind of deal regardless. But their personnel, they made a lineup change since we played them. They're bringing, Larson was coming off the bench. He would struggle a little bit. He seems to have responded really well. And Ramey is starting to shoot the ball really well. So they're playing what they've played 4 since us or 3, whatever it is. I think 1-4 in a row, right?
Something like that.
No, they lost to Oregon in there.
Yeah, that's right. I think that's right.
So they won 3 or 4.
Yeah.
So I just think they're going to be. I mean, Tabellis and Balo are the probably best front court in the country, or most productive. So they're not going to deviate too much from what they do there. They're going to try to pump it inside, and we got to do our best to fend them off and stay out of foul trouble. That's key.
Tubelis made it hard last time, but did a great job on ball.
Yeah, we did. Yeah. It was the quietest 29-14 I've ever seen, or something, whatever it was. And I looked at the box score. I said, "Oh my gosh, I knew he was
fantastic."
He's always good.
He also had like 9 really quick, I think, like real quick.
Yeah,
he scored their first.
He can score in flurries too. I think he's an NBA player.
Tubelis.
Like them, they don't love him. I'm like, you guys are crazy. Like this guy, it's too easy for him to score and rebound. He's a little better. He's fast. He's a good player.
Yeah, they beat UCLA. They beat USC. And they lost to Oregon.
Yeah, 3 out of 4.
And the Beavers. They beat the Beavers since the 74-61 loss.
3 out of 4. And one stubbed their toe at Oregon.
I don't want to get too much into it. I know it's way down the line. Arizona State coming in.
Yeah.
They've had a really tough game against UCLA. Frankie Collins is a very good guard.
Yeah.
They've got the Cambridge brothers.
And they're really experienced and really seem to have a good synergy. But they're all very quick, great depth. They can really get it up and down, and I think Devin Cambridge, I think he had like 10 dunks against UW. I was watching, it was insane. So like, they're if you turn it over against them, they can really convert. And I thought we handled the pressure when we played them down there, because if they turn you over, it's just going to be it's going to be layups. So, but we weren't able to guard them in the half court, which. They hadn't been, Warren Washington really played well, so we got to do a good job there. But they're good. They're old. I think I was recruiting Desmond when I was at Columbia.
Wow.
That's 2 jobs ago. So I think he's a 6-year senior. His brother's a 5th-year, 4th-year guy. Warren Washington, I was recruiting him at San Francisco, so I know he's a 4th or 5th-year guy.
I watched Warren and Jack do a little
they were roommates.
They were roommates in Corvallis.
I forgot about that.
Yeah,
no, that's a while back. Yeah, Jack. No, it's interesting. It's neat.
We'll take a break, come back. Final break, come back. Last segment is next year live at Zeppo's Talking Ball with Coach Smith.
Hey, Coug fans! Can't decide what to do with your late-night weekends? Why not Cosmic Bowling? Every Friday and Saturday night from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. is Cosmic Bowling at Zeppo's. At a price designed with everyone in mind, we are your destination for music, disco lights, and of course, bowling. Can't join us on the weekends? Zeppo's is the place to be for all ages every day of the week. With bowling, food, and drink specials, we offer prices that won't break the budget. You can even reserve your lane in advance with online reservations at Zeppos.com. When looking for fun in Pullman, look no further than Zeppo's.
Spokane International Airport is a proud sponsor of Washington State University Athletics. The airport connects Cougar fans and alums with over 50 daily departures to 18 nonstop destinations provided by 6 major airlines, as well as one-stop connections to most major metropolitan centers throughout the U.S. Real-time arrival and flight departure information is available at SpokaneAirports.net. Spokane International Airport, when it's time to fly.
This is the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield. This is Cougar basketball.
Gay, put back, hammer time in Beasley. Bubba icing on the cake. Layup on the break and the foul.
Tune in all season long as Kyle Smith and the Cougs look to make more noise in the Pac-12.
Has the ball in the pickup, finds Mullen, three for the win. He got it from the left wing lead. 3.1 seconds left.
It's only on your home for Cougar basketball, the Washington State Sports Network from Learfield.
There's always time for the drive-thru deal. Because no matter how fast you are at making breakfast, McDonald's is faster.
Nothing fits your morning routine like your favorite breakfast. From a sausage McMuffin to a sausage burrito to those crisp, flaky, fluffy hash browns. Mix and match them every day with buy one, get one for $1. Price and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for item of equal or lesser value.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Have a question for Coach Smith? Send a tweet with your thoughts to Matt Chazanow using the handle @M_Chaz. That's M_CHAZ. Now, back to Zeppos.
I'm here talking ball with Coach Smith as we're getting set for the Arizona schools. This is our last segment as the Cougs take on Arizona for an 8 p.m. tip Thursday. I think we've had this discussion, but on a night week, 8 p.m., you don't have what's your ideal tip time on a weeknight? 6, 7?
Yeah,
not
like 7.
It's not like 8 p.m. is such a game changer.
No, it's not a game changer. 7:30 are better to me.
Yeah. Cougs take on Arizona, and then they take on Arizona State on Saturday. And we talked about Tad Boyle's text. I love that text. Love that we shared that. Best 9 and 12 team in the country.
I hope so.
We've talked all these by the metrics. You are by far. It's not even close. The 5th or 8th hardest schedule in America. But if you do look, you're right in it in a really weird, in the thick of the pack standings, right? You're not where you want to be, but the way the data works out, the way as good as these two teams are, these are both tournament teams that are coming in here to Pullman, no doubt. Right? Arizona State's kind of jockeying for seeding. Arizona's locked in, but this is a big week in a lot of ways for what you want this year to be, and if you want to get hot here late, this has a ton of meaning behind it.
Yeah, no question. I mean, we'll take it one at a time, and they're really good. Both teams are really good, and ASU coming off the tough weekend with the LA schools. They're firmly on the bubble. They need every win they can get, and Arizona's really pretty darn good.
9 games left in the regular season. Is that what it is? 9 and 12. 10 games
11,
left.
10 plus.
Because you got the Husky. You got the Husky week. That's only one game.
Yeah, don't we have 11 games?
Is it
10 plus the conference tournament?
Well, I was thinking regular season. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
4 and 6. Then we got 10.
Yep, 10 games left, and you got because 2 Husky games. That's what it was. So you got 10 games left.
Yep.
Right. Your Bamba, Mo, healthy enough to go. Right.
Yep.
The vision for what this team is, shy of Salt Lake City without your leading scorer and top perimeter defender. Now that you're home, right, and now you're back third of the year. This is when we've seen Coug teams peak in years past. This stretch.
I discussed that with their team today, so I hope they took it to heart. I mean, I know we did. First year before COVID hit, we had our best game of the year in the conference tournament. We were playing better than in the second year. We had our first winning season in a while. Didn't finish up as strong, but we're good late. We were good late, just the very end. We weren't great. And then last year we kind of took off when we finally got healthy. And it's been unfortunate that the health thing's been a serious bugaboo the last couple of years. And get healthy and let's see what we can do. When we've been fully healthy, we've been a pretty good team.
Probably
been good.
Probably an understatement. Yeah, really good.
No, we've been good.
Yeah, been really, really, really hard to beat. You got Powell, you got Mullins, you got Yaki.
Yeah.
You've got some.
Yeah,
probably 4 Rodman. You got probably 4 real shooters on this squad. I mean, and Mullins is special. I haven't seen a lot of shooters. Have you coached a lot of shooters as good as?
The one is, it's I think Mullins, Frankowski.
Is that right? Yeah.
He was at Columbia. They're very similar. Like I call them flickers.
Yeah.
They hit their hand, they just flick it.
Yeah.
And there's feel great chances going in. And
I don't think fans know who Frankowski is, and they don't know that he's on this staff.
Graduate manager a graduate assistant. And he played for me at Columbia. He's getting his master's in business administration. And so he helps out, tremendous help. And he worked in the NBA. He was with the Cleveland Cavaliers as a personal development guy. So we got one of the most overqualified graduate assistants in the country. But you just watch him shoot. It's a thing of beauty. Like he worked with LeBron a little bit, would have him as his personal working guy. Yeah, but he really worked a lot with Jordan Clarkson when he was in Cleveland. They became really
visited him in Salt Lake City.
Yeah, they were really close. And so the NBA level, you have about 8 of those guys. So like him, he'd work with Kevin Love and Jordan Clarkson. And Clarkson really took off and, became a 20-point-a-game guy when he went to Utah. And so he's really good. And he was such a gym rat when I had him. And didn't belong in an Ivy League school. I don't mean that. He just lived in the gym.
Yeah.
These other guys are working to getting on, Goldman Sachs.
Yeah, sure.
And this guy just wanted to be in the gym, wanted to work on his game, and really wanted to start a business with with younger kids. He wanted to do development, teach these guys. And I said, why don't you try it? Let's see if we can get you to the highest level. You'll always be able to go do this at another level. So he's finding his way.
Who coached him in high school?
Danny Hurley.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Danny Hurley
right.
did. I forgot.
Yeah.
And he went to prep school for a year or two at Penny.
From New Jersey. He's in Jersey.
Yes, he's always Jersey
guy. Yeah, thank you, Coach. Thank you for this time. As always,
Appreciate it.
great to see everybody here at Zeppo's. Jared Prenghuber is our man behind the camera. He gets us on, as does Jerry Kylo, getting us on the air all the time. We've got Luke Hallett back in the U.S. Bank Network studios. 7:30 airtime Thursday night. Be with you with Eggs courtside. Big one against the Arizona Wildcats. 8 o'clock tip. 7:30 airtime. Importantly. For pregame.
Yeah, I got you.
Thank you. Yeah, go Cougs.